Hello there, little buddies. How you doing? We're gonna play some Paint and Rush. We're gonna play Bandit's Lair. We're gonna do the heroic challenge today, which is a fairly easy challenge, if you ask me. I didn't have too many issues with it. In fact, I have not too many issues with most heroic challenges. I think the only heroic challenge that really caused me some real pain was the pandemic heroic challenge. That one was freaking tough. Oh, goodness gracious, was it tough. I don't even know if I actually ended up beating it. But that's okay. So what do we got going on today? Well, I decided to do a Tesla coil up in the middle there, and I also did two magic towers surrounding it. One on the bottom, one on the top. Obviously, just so we can have a little bit of damage on both of those sides. Because most of these guys actually do have armor that we're going to be seeing fairly soon. A lot of these brigands and stronger guys have armor, so you usually need something else besides just a Tesla coil to take them down. But magic is still not the best thing ever for all these guys, and that's why I do end up still getting a Tesla coil instead of just going straight for two arcane wizards or something, because arcane wizards are a little bit cheaper than going for Tesla coils fully upgraded, of course. Because that's the thing about Tesla coils, is you pretty much need to fully upgrade them to make them actually good, where arcane wizards are really good as just an arcane wizard. You don't need the teleport, you don't need the death ray for them to be absolutely stupendous, and that's probably the biggest difference, I think. Also, the Tesla coil technically does like attack in like a giant circle all around it. It doesn't need to just attack the bottom or just the top. It just attacks pretty much everybody in its range, so it's awesome. It's awesome that it works that way. Alright, so here we go. Here's the harder guys coming out now. We just had mostly little assassins popping through here and trying to take me down. But I'm like, no, man, we're not going to allow these little baby assassins to do anything to me. So these brigands are coming out. These bigger, badder, harder, worse to kill brigands. Brigands. With a few more harder guys coming behind here, but really it hasn't changed much right now. It's just the same thing, continuing on, trying to take these big boys. Oh man, there's a lot of them. Oh wow. Should I use it? I don't know, they're starting to split up, so I'm thinking, I waste my chance. If I did it like right when they were all stuck in that big bunch, all coming just out of the front there, okay, that would have been good. But it's not the case. So I'm kind of relying on my magic right now, and that's why I did end up getting at least second tier magics. Trying to get some reinforcements on both sides, and also getting Arcane Wizard on the bottom there, but I'm just going to build all my reinforcements. Hopefully, well, the Arcane Wizard doing a good job on the bottom. I don't know where I want to put my reinforcements. Looks like I'm going to have to put them down on the bottom here, and oh yeah, awesome sauce. We were able to take them all down. Perfection. We did move hacks out of the back there for just in case purposes. It worked out pretty well. We had another big bunch of them coming out. So this time, let's get a big giant bundle of them and boom shakalaka, taking them down like a boss. Check that out. How do you top that? You really can't. It was perfect. So I don't normally use too many barracks guys, but today I felt like, you know, we got wolves popping down on the bottom here. That can be a little bit dangerous to have to try and kill those. If a Tesla coil attacks the wrong side or something, you're like, oh no, I don't even want to do that. I don't want to do that. So let's talk about what happened to me at work today. Oh god, was it an awful day. I really don't have that much to talk about with Kingdom Rush here because it's actually a fairly easy challenge. You know, you build a couple arcane wizards, you get the Tesla coil, some barracks, boom, game over. Game set match. Spam some more, whatever the heck you want. It'll be fun. Whatever you want, as long as it's doing damage, you'll be happy. So today at work, it was extremely rainy, extremely wet. I've literally walked into work, and I work at a garden shop, just in case you don't know. I work with flowers and stuff like that. I have to water crap, you know, stupid stuff like that. I don't mind the job. It's actually a fairly easy job to do. It keeps me busy. I know I could never do one of those mindless jobs where you just like sit there and just do nothing the entire time. And I know a lot of people would say like, "Oh, that's like the best thing ever. You don't have to do anything." That's extremely boring, and that's like my worst nightmare is boring. I hate boring. I never want to have to deal with boring things ever. Like if like a security guard, like I don't think I could ever do that. I don't think I could ever just sit down in a chair and just like watch. You know, like, you only are needed maybe once every year. It's not my style, man. Not my style at all. I like to be busy, I like to be in the action, and doing stuff all the time. That's the way I like to roll. Alrighty, so here we go. We're starting to get into these harder guys over here. These guys are mine. Oh, excuse me. I'm a little bit tired. I did not get much sleep last night. I got approximately 4 hours, 5 hours, probably like 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours of sleep last night. Pretty dangerous for me to be commentating all these videos on 5.5 hours of sleep. I might say something really stupid one of these times. But hopefully I won't say something too stupid where you guys will just start to hate me, because I would not like that to happen. At all. At all, my friends. Alright, so we're doing anything special right now. Well, you notice that I actually went and got a bunch of towers all set up throughout the map. Is that a good idea to just build everything everywhere? Well, I have a lot of money. That's probably the main thing that you have to understand, is that I have so much money that it really doesn't matter. And I also kind of split up my magic and archer towers just a little bit to try and make sure that these guys that are good versus arrows can still die somewhere, and these guys that are good against magic can still die somewhere. And you don't want to have them, you know, all the magic towers in the back and all the archer towers in the front, because that means one of them is going to somehow get through. One of the types is going to get through. And if you have the leading one, you know, just for example, if you have somebody who's really good against magic, and you build all your magic in the towards the right side over there, then, you know, towards the entrance of where the guys come in, then you got somebody who's not going to die. Just tank all the damage. By the time they get to the very end, boom shakalaka, they just beat you. It's as easy as that. And you don't want that to happen, quite obviously. So you're noticing there's a lot of brigands coming through here, and you're thinking that they should cause more damage. I think, like, when they designed this level, they thought it was going to be a lot harder with all these brigands. They're so easy. You take them down like a boss. You don't even need to get to your second testicle over there. You just take them down in the first testicle. And to be honest, the testicle really isn't doing the massive quantities of damage. It's actually the mixture of, like, arcane wizards and archer towers that are just doing such a good job together. So obviously Hacksaw, being the boss that he is still taking these guys down. Oh yeah, look at that, look at that. Oh my goodness gracious, it's amazing how good he is. And we're going to actually end up getting some musketeer garrisons. Why am I doing that instead of getting ranger towers? Well, I want to make sure I get the most range out of my guys, because this is one of those levels where these guys don't pop out every single place. They mostly come out of the top right there, and they usually leave in the top left, or sometimes down near the bottom. But I want to make sure I can reach them no matter what. So that's why I'm getting all these musketeer garrisons. And of course, the ranger towers could reach most of the guys most of the time, but that's not what I want to do. I want to try and take them down. Also, even though I don't really use this that often, I'm using the one-shot, one-kill upgrade. I think that's what it's called, or the sniper shot. Whatever the heck the actual official name is, I don't know. But it's actually, like, it's okay versus these guys. It just does some extra damage every once in a while. It really doesn't insta-kill very many guys, even though it says one shot, one kill. They're basically lying, because it doesn't do that at all. It does that against maybe guys with 50 health, but it was going to kill them anyways. So it doesn't really make too much sense. And I still think the abilities are okay to get. You know, 250 bucks for an extra, like, critical shot hit every once in a while. That's not bad. But I think using more lower level towers is probably your best bet if you can have the ability to do that. So we got a rain of fire all built up, ready to go. We're going to have a few more guys trying to sneak on through, but I feel like I just have an amazing defense. I have a bunch of gold as well. What the heck am I going to do with all this gold? How about some more arcane wizard action? Oh, yeah. The money did go by very quickly, though. I don't know how it happened. It just did. It was there, and then it was gone. There, and then it's gone. It's kind of like South Park. The time is like, alright, here's my $20. I want to put it in the savings. Alright, Mom, now I want to invest this money. Alright, and it's gone. That's perfect. I love that episode. There's so many good South Park episodes. That's one of my favorite shows. But at the same time, there's some that just don't really catch my fancy. Like, it just doesn't interest me most of the time. But I would say for the most part, they're almost all entertaining, except for a few random ones. Now, the magic actually works a lot differently than the archer towers. You can actually use them a lot easier because they are death rays. So you can actually insta-kill guys now instead of getting the musketeer garrison for a $250 upgrade for just doing some extra critical hit damage every once in a while, compared to completely annihilating a guy down to 0 health automatically. It does happen a lot less often, though, and that's the big thing about it, is the death ray doesn't happen often at all, about every 20 seconds or so. So that's not a very long time at all. So it looks like we got a few more guys to clean up, but overall they're not even getting down to the bottom testicle or anything. I don't see how this could possibly go bad at all. And there's a big bunch of these mofos over here. Oh my goodness gracious. That's a big bunch of them. Guess what, they're probably going to go different directions, but we're death raying them all over the place. It's exactly what you want to see. Death rays everywhere. Also, the Arcane Wizards are just demolishing them. It's just like, whoop, taking them down, because they're good. They have a lot of armor. That's like their main thing, is that they have armor. Also, I'm probably death raying the wrong things every once in a while. You oftentimes death ray the things with the lowest amount of health, which is always not what you want to do. You know, you kind of got to get lucky with the death ray sometimes. You just have to insta-kill one of the stronger guys when he just comes on through that gate, and that's a good thing. But it doesn't always happen that way. Anyways, it looks like we're just going to have to clean up these few last guys, these few last wolves, and we're going to take this game. Oh, yes, indeedy. We're going to take this game fairly easy. Again, one little last guy getting down on the bottom here, but don't even need to get crazy in here and use our hero or anything. You can take him down pretty darn easily. Anyways, that's all I'm going to have for you guys today. So as always, thanks for watching. Have a super duper delicious day.